Build My Bid Manager is the AI bid system built by the people who scored your competitors. This is how it works. Most suppliers do not lose tenders on price. They lose before the evaluator even gets to price. Generic AI answers with no real evidence. Vague social value commitments that score acceptable. A carbon reduction plan that does not hold up under scrutiny. And the same restart from scratch every single time a new tender arrives. We know this because we sat on evaluation panels. We gave those scores. What evaluators actually need to see is clear methodology, named accountability, verifiable evidence, KPIs and contract references, a credible carbon reduction plan, and social value commitments mapped to the MAC metrics they are required to score, not intent, proof. The shortcut approach is what most businesses do right now. Open ChatGPT, paste in the tender question, accept what comes back, submit. It sounds confident. The evaluator marks it acceptable. Acceptable loses. The system approach is different. Your AI already knows your organization. It decodes what the evaluator is looking for, pulls matched evidence from your library, and drafts using proof, not plausible language. Then it evaluates the output the way the panel would before you submit. Every bid makes the system stronger. Introducing Build My Bid Manager, a permanent AI bid operating system installed in your existing ChatGPT or Claude account, built on your evidence. Yours to keep and use on every tender you submit from today. Build My Bid Manager runs entirely inside the ChatGPT or Claude account you already use and pay for. No new platform, no API keys, no IT department. Just your AI, configured by procurement experts to work like a professional bid assistant that knows your organization. We build a structured bid library from your evidence, covering case studies, KPIs, methodologies, social value commitments, your carbon reduction plan, policies, and differentiators. Every answer draws from your real, verified proof, not plausible-sounding language. And every bid you run through the system makes the next one faster and stronger. The system works in 3 phases. Phase 1 is build. We create your AI command center, collect your documents, build your bid library, and train your AI on your organization's strengths and gaps. Phase 2 is run. Every live bid follows a structured sequence. Decode the ITT, match your evidence, draft from your library, run the evaluator critique, and review the full submission before it goes to the portal. Phase 3 is govern and grow. Every bid feeds intelligence back into the system. Grade A content is extracted into your library. Win and loss data is captured. The system compounds with every submission. Here is what gets built inside your AI. An organization bid brain, your full profile, services, geographies, and unique selling points structured for consistent use across every bid. An evidence vault, your KPIs, outcomes, delivery records, and accreditations graded by strength. A case study library, past contracts structured as proof with methodology, outcomes, and measurable impact. A methodology library, how you deliver, written for evaluator scoring. A social value library, your commitments mapped to the MAC metrics buyers score against PPN 002. And your carbon reduction plan, structured to PPN 0621 with your emissions baseline, reduction targets, and verification approach. Here is what that looks like in practice. Same question, same AI. Without the bid library, the response sounds committed but contains no evidence, no metrics, and no named measures. The evaluator marks it acceptable. With the library, the response names the apprenticeships created, the volunteering hours contributed, the emissions reduction percentage, the specific reporting framework, and the named social value lead. That is the difference between acceptable and outstanding. That is the difference between placing second and winning the contract. Social value is now scored at 10% of evaluation marks on central government contracts. On a £200,000 contract, that is up to £20,000 of marks in social value alone. Most suppliers are not getting full credit for what they already do. Generic commitments with no named measures and no verified outcomes score acceptable every time. Your AI maps what you already do, employment, volunteering, local supply chain, and carbon reduction, to the exact MAC metric the buyer is required to score. The result is measurable, specific, evaluator-ready social value responses that score strong or outstanding on every tender that asks for them. Once installed, every bid follows the same simple sequence inside your AI. Load context with one prompt that sets your AI into bid writer mode. Decode the ITT by pasting in the tender question, so your AI identifies exactly what the evaluator is looking for. Match evidence as your AI selects the strongest, most relevant proof from your library for this specific question. Draft the answer, a library-backed first draft with named evidence from your vault. Then score and improve by running the evaluator critique prompt so your AI identifies exactly what to strengthen before the response goes anywhere near the portal. All of this inside the account you already pay for. Here is what happens over time. After the session, your AI command center is live and ready. After your first bid, grade A content is extracted back into your library and the system is already stronger. By bid 3, your library is growing, your best evidence is identified, and your responses are getting faster. By bid 6 and beyond, every question draws from proven winning content, and your library refines continuously with every submission. Other businesses are doing this right now. Every bid they complete is making their system better. The question is whether yours is. The solution costs £600. The average public sector contract is worth £50,000 to £500,000. That is less than 2% of a single contract win, and a system you use on every bid you submit from that day forward at no additional cost. Unlike a consultancy fee, this is a one-time build. Library-backed drafting is significantly faster than starting from scratch. Evidence-led responses score higher. Even an improvement from acceptable to good on one section can be the margin that wins. The question is not whether £600 is too much. The question is whether your next tender will have the system behind it. BidPiston was built by people who ran public sector procurement, sat on evaluation panels, and gave the scores. We know what earns outstanding because we awarded it. We understand the new Procurement Act, PPN 02 social value, PPN 06 to 21 carbon reduction, and the changing supplier development requirements buyers are now enforcing. Most AI tools are built by technologists. We built this from the bid writer's perspective. The prompts, the evidence structure, and the review sequence are all grounded in how evaluators actually score. This is not a service you consume, it is a permanent asset that compounds with every bid you complete. Build My Bid Manager UK is available 2 ways. The £600 self-service download gives you everything you need to install the system yourself in under 60 minutes, working inside the ChatGPT or Claude account you already pay for. Or the £895 live session, where our team installs it with you, trained on your documents, your evidence, and your bid voice, with a 30-day review after your first real tender. Both prices increase at the next product update. Here is what happens once you get started. Today, choose your option and get instant access. Within 60 minutes, your AI command center is created, the master system prompt is installed, and your system is live and ready. In your first week, upload your case studies, policies, past bids, KPIs, and carbon reduction plan. Your AI builds your evidence vault, and the more you give it, the stronger it gets. When the next ITT lands, your system is ready. Decode the requirements, match your evidence, draft with your library, and evaluate before you submit. Every answer draws from proof you own. The system runs on 6 non-negotiable rules that separate a professional bid system from a prompt experiment. Never invent facts. If evidence is not in the library, write evidence needed. Not one metric, accreditation, or claim may be invented or assumed. Library before drafting. Your bid library must be built before any drafting prompt is run. Stack your prompts, context mode, then task prompt, then review prompt. Always in that order, and the review step is never skipped. Human reviews every output. No AI-generated text goes to a client or portal without a human checking facts, commitments, tone, and scoring strength. Every bid improves the library. Post-bid debrief and content extraction after every submission, no exceptions. And governance runs continuously, with setup checks, output checks, and weekly performance reviews. Your next tender is coming. When it lands, you will either start from scratch, or you will have a system that already knows your organization, holds your best evidence, and drafts from your voice, not from generic AI output. The difference is one session. Get started today at buildmybidmanager.ai. Download the pack for £600 or book the live session for £895. Both prices increase at the next product update. The link is buildmybidmanager.ai.